Remind yourself, this is a calculation based off of facts, not off of fears, not off of feelings, not off of stories, but based off of facts. And if you draw the right conclusion, and that's the biggest problem that I see in work people every day, is they draw the wrong conclusion, which leads to the wrong game plan. If you draw the right conclusion, then you're going to keep getting more and more results. Today, I met with someone who's really fighting terrible disease. She has multiple cancers and has been very sick, and she's doing aggressive treatments. Maybe you're watching right now. Hello, love to you. Aggressive medical treatments. She's had like everyday chemo. I mean, just aggressive treatments. And she wants to work with me to help with her nutrition. But she's someone who's read a lot of books and studied, but still not doing it 100%. And that's really the confrontation that I gave her today. Was that, be careful when you're telling yourself you're doing more than you're doing. So I'm going to give that one back to all of you guys. So for example, she wrote down in her notes for me to get started with the appointment that she was plant-based. But then as we spoke, I found out about sugar. I found out about fish. I found out about mayo and other things that really don't fit into a healing diet and definitely are not plant-based, right? Especially not unprocessed plant-based, and fish definitely not plants, right? So when you tell yourself you're doing better on diet than you really are, it's going to lead you to draw the wrong conclusions. It's going to lead to a lot of frustration, right? So for example, if you tell yourself you're doing better on your diet than you really are, and you're not getting better, you might draw the conclusion that diet doesn't help, or plant-based doesn't help, right? Or that I can't heal. But really, the answer is you need to be more aggressive about your nutrition to get better results. So what I was teaching her in our wellness session is something that I work with people on every day in my rapid recovery group, is how to dispassionately analyze what you're doing so that you can make a game plan that's based off of the results you're getting rather than off of emotions, fears, things you tell yourself that maybe not be true, right? And actually I have people go through this a lot in my group where I'll say, listen, there's parts of your brain on the sides where we process our emotions. And then this part of the brain in the front is where we handle calculations. When you're thinking about how well you're doing and you're making game plans, kind of rub this part right here and remind yourself, this is a calculation based off of facts, not off of fears, not off of feelings, not off of stories, but based off of facts. So you got to start with the facts. And if you draw the right conclusion, and that's the biggest problem that I see in work people every day, is they draw the wrong conclusion, which leads to the wrong game plan. If you draw the right conclusion, then you're going to keep getting more and more results. But that starts with really being honest with yourself. So if you are trying to change your health with nutrition and you're not getting the results, it's time to examine what you're doing all the way, right? So look at what you're eating, write down everything you eat, not just the good stuff, but also the things maybe that could be contributing to illness. I literally will ask people sometimes when I get that hunch and they tell me what they eat, I'll say, okay, and then what do you eat when nobody's watching in the dark? Boom, we get 3 more things. Okay, cookies, I get this, right? So just make sure you're being honest with yourself so that you can really draw conclusions for the right conclusions about what's happening and make better game plans. Remember, your current health is a result of your current habits. Your habits around nutrition, your habits around sleep, your habits around stress and self-care, and your habits about how honest you are with yourself about what you're doing. So that is literally, this is why I created things like my group, is for a lot of folks to reprogram this. It takes everyday work. I usually say at the end of the group, if you can hear my voice in your head, download complete. So hopefully these sessions help you with that. And I hope that this advice today helps you with that too.